Hey, good Saturday evening to you. I'm meteorologist Makalya Lucero. Hey, we have got some snow in the forecast. We are expecting to get a few flurries early tomorrow morning. Now, if you can't stick around long, let me give you the gist, the big things you need to know. We do have a winter weather advisory out for most of the area, in effect from 10 p.m. tonight until 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Now, the biggest thing about this advisory is just going to be the roadways, as they could be a little slick for areas that are potentially untreated. Now, talking about how much snow we could get, well, it's not going to be a whole lot. Places along this white line you see here, including D.C., Manassas, Leesburg, Gaithersburg, Frederick, even down to Fredericksburg, anywhere between about an inch to an inch and a half. We're really not expecting a ton of accumulation for places outside of this one area. It's where we're seeing the best potential for seeing a bit more of accumulation. Now, the big things you gotta know, this is mainly going to be for tomorrow morning, Sunday morning. This is where we could see some of those plans tomorrow morning. If you're headed out to church, that's when you could maybe see some delays, and those roadways might be a little bit slick early on. We should be clear by the middle part of the afternoon. Now, let's talk about our models. Now, we're watching several different models at the moment, and they don't all agree on how much accumulation we could be seeing heading into tomorrow. Now, there's some models like the NAM who it's going on a little on the heavier side, anywhere from 3 to some spots 3.5 inches. And then most of our models are saying anywhere between about an inch to maybe an inch and a half in accumulation. Now, we're going to run through a couple of those models, talk about what they're expecting. So the first, this is our HRRR model. This is the shortest term model, but it's also the most highly resolute model. So here we go, moving throughout tonight. Notice by about midnight, that's when we're seeing a few showers, maybe a little bit of a wintry mix coming through, and that quickly turns over into snow. By about 2 to 3 a.m., that's when that will become snow, and we'll wake up to some snowfall for tomorrow morning. This model is showing most of the heavier snowfall clearing by about 11 to noon, and then we're clear by the afternoon. Now, the next model, same story, seeing a few of those showers coming through right around midnight, but then again quickly turning over into snow, watching just that one band of snowfall. This one clears out pretty early. By about 11 o'clock, it's out of here, and by 2 p.m., we're even seeing a few breaks in the cloud cover here and there. Now, this model, a little different story, it goes a little bit further out. It does show a few flurries early on Monday morning, between Sunday night and Monday morning, a bit of redevelopment, but then we're clear by Monday afternoon. Here we go for the GFS. This is the American model. Now, notice here, cloudy skies for tonight and into tomorrow morning. Again, this is midnight, a very similar story to what the last couple of models have been saying. A little bit of a wintry mix right around that midnight hour, and then that turns into snow. Now, here's where this model differs a little bit. It's hanging on to that snowfall for a little bit longer, still showing some snow coming down between about 2, 3, 4, even into 5 o'clock, clearing later on into the evening. Now, I think that is a little too long. I don't think we're going to hang on to that snow for the entire afternoon. I really do think it's mainly going to be in those early morning or early hours of the afternoon, and we're clear by Monday. This is the model, the European model, that I'm going to follow for this next snow event that we're seeing. So tonight we're watching just a little bit of that rainfall coming through. All of our models agree on that we're going to see a little bit of that wintry mix, some rain mixed with maybe a little bit of sleet right around midnight. And then we see that turn into snow in the early morning hours on Sunday, and then that passes through during the morning hours and starts to clear by the early afternoon. Most of us nice and dry heading into the later part of the day, and the European model actually showing a few peaks of sunshine later on in the day for Sunday. So here's the good news. If you have any plans for your Sunday night, whether you're heading out to a football party, weather should not be an issue for you for the later afternoon and evening, and even driving home. Most of our models are saying that we're going to be nice and clear, besides that one that we saw showing maybe a light flurry early on Monday morning. Biggest impacts from this system, again, that's going to be for your plans on Sunday morning. Now, let's talk about accumulation from the European model. Again, that's the one that I think is going to be closest to what we're seeing. it's pretty relaxed with how much accumulation we could be seeing. In the DC area, 1.3 inches, so less than an inch and a half. And for surrounding areas, a very similar story. The European model is not even showing up to 2 inches of snow. So very reserved on how much snow we could potentially be seeing for tomorrow. So again, the main impacts of the snow that we're seeing heading into tomorrow, it's going to be for those morning plans, whether you've got Sunday morning brunch, if you're headed out to church, maybe going for a jog early in the morning, you're going to be dealing with that snowy conditions, and the roadways might be a little bit slick, especially for areas that are not treated. We're clear by mid-afternoon. I know a few models hung on to that snowy weather for a little bit longer, but right now it looks like we're going to be doing all right as we head towards the later part of the afternoon and evening, and I think we are going to be nice and clear as you head out to any of those Super Bowl parties for your Sunday evening, and it might even see a few peaks of sunshine. Now, it is going to be pretty cold heading towards tomorrow. Most of us will only make it into the low to mid 30s. So if you are headed out for your Sunday afternoon, or really any time on Sunday, I would make sure that you are nice and bundled up. Now, I'm going to ask our director in our ear if I can get any questions that we have that are seeing on our live stream. So a few questions that we're seeing here talking about going out to Super Bowl parties, like we talked about. It does look like it's going to be mostly clear by the time we get to those evening hours. Now, a few other spots, especially if you are in more of our southern counties, anywhere from about an inch to an inch and a half in accumulation. Again, I don't think we're going to see a ton of accumulation from this little system that we're seeing at the moment. If you are headed further off towards the northeast for tomorrow, that's another area that we could see. See this one line here, that's the line that we're watching right now that could get a little bit more of that accumulation. So again, we'll go through the main points of what we're seeing tomorrow, and then we'll wrap this up. So again, tomorrow morning, Sunday morning plans are the ones that you're going to have to keep a close eye on, and then those roadways could be slick, but by the middle part of the afternoon, we're going to be doing all right. Accumulation not looking too incredible, anywhere from about an inch to potentially local spots seeing closer to that 3-inch mark. Now we'll go over to those Facebook Live questions, and I'll jump on there on my computer and I'll answer them as many as I can over the next couple of hours, and we hope you join us at 11 o'clock later on tonight.